we're at one of Victoria's local foodie hotspots. Usually we take a look at a chef, a location, or an event that I think is amazing. But today we're going to see one episode of a 6-episode series focusing on coffee houses. So get comfortable and be prepared to see something that is totally delicious. So Sam, we're here to find out a little history on 2% Jazz, and also what was the inspiration behind the coffee house experience here at the Hudson?
Where 2% Jazz came from it's a feeling. Doesn't have anything to do with jazz, I'm afraid. It's only 2% jazz, but the rest of it is 98% funky stuff. I began in a kiosk as an employee at a kiosk, and there was an opportunity to buy it, so I did.
Yeah.
I was always a cook, and at every place I went, I really wanted to make the coffee better at all my cooking jobs. So I got this job as a barista back in 95, 94, 95 maybe. And the only baristas you ever hear about were in Italy at that time, and wore the long black aprons, and it just really wasn't happening in Victoria yet. There were a couple people, like Cafe Fantastico had their Causeway kiosk, and I had my little Times Colonist kiosk, and it seemed that it was just starting in Victoria. So the inspiration for the Hudson was really, I really needed to put both my businesses together, my cafe business and my coffee roasting business together. Yeah. And I wanted it to be in a beautiful place. The Hudson, being Victorian, grew up coming down here with my couple of bucks every Saturday and spending it all at the Bay and a few other candy stores, a record store and stuff. But I would always end up at the Bay. Yeah. So to be here is really nice. It feels right. It feels like the right place, the right thing to do in the right place and at the right time, I think. I think this block and this part of town is just now coming back into its own.
You have one of the strongest coffee tribes in the city. How do you think that happened?
I wouldn't know. It's been a little bit eye-opening coming downtown. I've always been out of town a bit. The traffic at my other store, by the time Scollins there, is very much the businesses on that 2 square blocks. Yeah. You've got lots of other people coming through, but really I don't see the tribe, as you say. But when I moved downtown, we got inundated with people who have never been to 2% Jazz and who've always wanted to go there and have heard about it. It's been a little bit shocking, actually. I didn't think that it was. It was as tribey as it may be. I don't know.
It really is. I mean, those of us who would drive out of our way to go to the Times Colonist location, and this is just such a huge step forward in my world for 2% Jazz to be so convenient. I can just come down here and hit the coffee and have the scene, and it's fantastic.
I totally appreciate that my other stores, it's not that convenient. I mean, kudos to everyone who goes there, for sure.
Parallel parking on Douglas Street is not always the easiest thing to do.
Right in front of a bus stop where your doors could be gone like that. I've almost been killed a couple times. No, this location really is drawing such a great diversity of people. It's great.
You've also got a lot of really great goodies here to eat. Can you tell me a little bit about where they're coming from?
I'm currently working with a baking company called Dollop. I get things from Smoked Bonzo, the Spice Jammer, and Pie Common is a great new pie company. And all of my food is made with real food, real hands, real people. It's all handmade. Much like my coffee is all handmade coffee, my food is handmade food. I want people to feel better when they leave than when they came in. And if that's because they need a cup of coffee, or if they enjoy the music or the ambiance or the banter back and forth, I mean, something's got to make them feel better.
Thanks for joining me at one of my favorite places downtown to sit and have a really great coffee house experience. My name's Aaron Hall, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again at our next delicious hotspot.